Hey, howdy, and a big welcome back to Clem Hawks, folks. I'm Yak, ready to take you through not Minnesota Twins stuff. Tonight is not a Twins night. They ain't even playing. We're talking the Minnesota Wild here on Clem Hawks this evening, folks. And my goodness, at long last, it has been a long first half of the NHL NHL Draft for 2022, but here we finally are. Liam Öhgren is the pick for the Minnesota Wild at number 19 in this year's NHL Entry Draft, the newest member of the Minnesota Wild out of Djurgården in Sweden, where he's been playing in that system for almost as long as a kid could remember at this point. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of movement around in the Swedish ranks when it comes to minor, junior, and pro hockey. He played 25 pro games in Djurgården this season in the SHL, and you know what, he only put up 2 points, but when you all things consider, look at the junior 20 numbers, which is closer to where he should be playing, equivalent to the minor pro kind of ranks here in North America, right? You think about the USHL, you think, right, those kind of leagues. Well, you know what, he put up 58 points in 30 games down there in the Swedish equivalent, so this is a guy. And I mean, not a guy that substantially outscored his assists or substantially assisted on more goals than he scored. No, this is a guy that 30 games, 33 goals, 25 assists, and 58 points on the season. That's a pretty big get. He played some playoff hockey with the junior 18 team as well, ending up putting up 9 points in 4 games after putting up 6 points in 6 games with Djurgården's 20 junior teams. So there you go. A lot to like about this guy, and a guy who, quite frankly, exploded out of things coming out of that weird year the year before, where total he played 16 games for both the 18 and 20 team, and now all of a sudden here he is, drafted 19th overall to the Minnesota Wild, and coming to the state of hockey to play his future career out at some point. This obviously, right, once you start talking about late first round picks and you're talking about Swedish players, Finnish players, anybody over in Europe, you're talking about guys who might not be over for a year or two, 3 years even potentially sometimes. But for the Minnesota Wild, you get a guy who's 18, is from Stockholm, Sweden, 6'1", 201 pounds, and all you can like right now is the fact that you've got Liam Öhgren coming to the Minnesota Wild. Folks, I'm Yak. This is Clem Hawks. We return to baseball tomorrow. I promise you there is yet another pick on the board for the Minnesota Wild this evening, so stay tuned if we get that far later on tonight. I am up on out of here.